Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. Last week we spoke about the concept behind Microsoft Fabric, and we also told you that we're going to bring in a very important demo to complement the narrative. Yes, Ravi is back and he's going to take us through a beautiful demonstration to take us a journey of one product, one architecture, one experience. So let's dive right in, and I'm going to have Ravi join me in a few seconds, so let's shift right away. Ravi, hi.
Thank you, Sandeep, once again.
So I was waiting for this. So
Yes.
a quick demo. Let's dive right in.
Sure. So last week we spoke about Fabric.
Right.
Now I'm going to show a demo. 5 seconds to sign up and 5 minutes to wow.
Wonderful.
So this is the landing page. So you are an employee. Your organization has signed up for a trial, let's say.
Okay.
So you land it over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the experiences. As I said, this is a one product, one
Right.
experience. So
Right.
if you go over here and click on Microsoft Fabric, here you can see all the different experiences.
Got it.
Where different personas, like
Right.
you are a Power BI developer or a ETL engineer using Data Factory, or a data scientist using data science over here, or engineer.
Got it.
Every persona is available over here. So first thing what I want to do is, now I will come over here and let's say I'll start with creating a workspace. That's
Got
the
it.
first thing which we will do it.
Got it.
So we'll create a workspace. I'll create a new workspace. So I'll let it give a name to it.
So this
Say-
is the landing zone for me. That means this is going to be my tenant to work.
Exactly, this is
Okay.
your tenant to
Okay.
work. So I say my MTC Fabric, and then I have an option to select the capacity.
Got
So I can use a trial if you have opted. So we have a 60-day trial period.
Okay.
You can opt for it, or you can create a Fabric capacity in Azure. So I'll say I have a capacity. So I set the capacity over here and say apply.
Okay.
This is how you create a workspace.
Wow.
Within few seconds, you get your workspace up and running.
Got it.
The first thing which I will do is, as I said, Fabric is a lake centric.
Right.
You create a lake first.
Correct.
And that lake uses one copy, or let's say one lake, correct? So let me show that. So I'll say show all. I
Right.
want to create a lake. Or I can go to my experience, which
Okay.
is data engineering,
Right.
and say lake house. I'll give a name to it.
This is our single version of truth. Lands here.
Yes, this is a single version of truth. I'll give a name to it.
Okay.
Say WWI Lakehouse and say create. Wide World Importers is the name I'm going to give.
Got it.
Now, if you see, again, my lakehouse is going to be set up within a few seconds.
Right.
This is my lakehouse.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Wow. First of all, let's take a pause.
Yes.
Earlier, when I spun off any workspace, it used to take,
Yes.
I would say, 45 seconds to 2 minutes.
Yes.
This happened in probably 10 seconds.
Blazing
This is
fast.
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Move forward. Yeah.
This is your one lake.
Okay.
This is one copy of data. There are various ways to get the data.
Okay.
You can use a data flow Gen 2, which is similar as Power Query, or you can use a pipeline
Okay.
similar to Data Factory, or you can create a Spark notebook, or you can create a new shortcut. As I said, shortcut is data virtualization.
Got it.
Whether it's sitting in Gen 2 account or Blob or imagine S3,
S3
you can
buckets,
get
yeah.
a shortcut.
Perfect.
So let me create a shortcut for this.
Okay.
So I'll create a new shortcut.
Yeah.
Okay. Here I have two options, either from one lake or external sources.
Got it.
I already have some data in Gen 2 account. I'm going to show you, or S3.
Okay.
So I'm going to click on this.
Yeah, with shortcuts, data doesn't move, right?
Exactly. It's
Okay.
a symbolic link.
Got
It doesn't move at all.
Perfect.
So just to show you, this is my Azure portal.
Got it.
I have a Azure storage account,
Perfect.
and I have this data over here.
Got it.
I'm going to get the same data in one lake
Perfect.
without copying. It's
Awesome.
a shortcut.
Let's see that.
Okay, let's see that. Let's see it in action.
Yeah.
So I come over here and automatically
Yes.
understands the connection.
You have a connection.
Say next.
Yeah.
Okay, and within few seconds, it will ask me for some more names like shortcut name and all. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Where is my data actually? And say create.
Got it.
So let's see. Imagine instantaneously all your data.
Oh, it's done?
Done.
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Blazing fast.
Brilliant.
All my data, everything which is there in my ADS Gen 2 account is available in one lake.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Brilliant.
Now you're done with the first step. Okay, what about next? Now comes the Spark developer.
Got it.
So this is in Parquet format.
Right.
I want to convert into Delta Parquet format. As I said, in Fabric, every experience, whether it is a data scientist, data warehouse, Power BI developer, every engine understands Delta packet format and its native data store, right? So I'm going to convert this into Delta packet format.
Perfect.
Let's see how to do that. So here I have an option to create a new notebook. I'll say new notebook. Okay. So let's see how fast it is.
Right.
Within few seconds, your notebook is up and running.
Wow.
I did not create any cluster. No need of min, max, everything. The cluster is gone.
Sure.
Is instantaneously.
So the way earlier you said it's a SaaS offering, and
Yes.
this is living up to that particular
Exactly.
statement.
Every engine is up and running for you. Just to come over here and just use it. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is, let's see, I want to just see what exactly is in my data. Okay. So I'll click on this, I'll get Panpake and just do a drag drop.
Wow.
And let's say I just say hit, run. Okay. Now, let's see how much time does it take to show this.
Yeah.
In my previous, if you go in any other experience, it takes at least 2 to 3 minutes.
In fact, I was reflecting on that, Ravi. So we used to typically have a Spark pool or SQL pool coming up.
Correct.
That used to take at times a couple of minutes.
Yes,
And
more than
then-
that actually.
Is it done?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Within 10
This is crazy
seconds,
stuff.
within 10 seconds, you have your Spark notebook up and running.
Brilliant.
You did not configure any cluster. It's up and running for you. Okay.
Awesome.
Now what I'm going to do is, I just hide this output. Okay. I'll just create one more code over here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to convert this tables or this data which I have in Parquet into Delta Packet format.
Perfect.
Okay. And I'll just say run.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, I also have, this is for dimension tables.
Got
Okay.
it, got it.
Same thing I'm going to do for fact
tables,
table. So let me copy that. So while doing for fact table, I'm going to do something different. I'm actually going to partition it. Okay.
Okay.
So let me just show you that. Okay. So I'm going to partition it.
Got it.
So this job is already
For better
done.
performance and
Okay.
everything,
And I'm going to do partitioning for better performance.
Correct.
Okay. Now partitioning has been done. Now these tables will reflect in my lakehouse
Got it.
as tables. Let me show you that. Okay, so I'll go over here and I'll say refresh.
Okay.
Look at this.
Brilliant.
My tables are
So all
already
happened in a
available.
few seconds.
Now this is my lakehouse tables, right? Delta Packet Farm.
Correct.
As I said during the last week, all these data tables are available for other engines to read
right, that's
natively.
right,
I don't have to copy anything.
Right,
Now let's do one thing. Let's go to a SQL endpoint and
That'll be
see
interesting.
how does that look like.
Perfect,
So
let's
for
see
that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click again onto a SQL endpoint.
Brilliant.
Whenever I
Again,
click-
it's the same experience, right?
Exactly, one
same UI.
experience.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll go to SQL endpoint. I click on this. Okay, now again, this is my SQL endpoint. I did not set up any cluster.
Right.
It's up and running for you.
Right.
Just come over here and use it.
Brilliant.
Very fast.
Right.
So I get this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this and say select top 100.
By the way, my memory said, "Hey, start a SQL pool."
Yes. Within few seconds, you
Wow.
can start writing SQL queries on top of it.
Wow, awesome!
That's
this
the
is
best part of
fantastic. This is fantastic.
Yes. So let me just refresh once again, and let's see whether all my data is over here. And let me see the previous notebook has run successfully or not. Let's say discard changes.
That's fine.
And come over here. And let's see, I can
it's
see,
done.
yes, I can see my fact table.
Correct.
I can see all dimension tables.
Perfect.
Now what I'm going to do is, I am going to go to my lakehouse, and from here, I have an option to go to SQL endpoint.
Got it.
Okay, so I can click on this, and I can say, go to SQL endpoint.
Oh, it's like
Internet.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
even my SQL endpoint understands this.
Brilliant.
Okay,
Brilliant.
now comes your report developer, right?
Visualization.
So I'm done my ETL,
Yeah.
I have done my SQL data warehousing. Now I'm going to create a model. Okay, I'll create a very simple model.
Yeah.
So when I do a modeling, I have to give a dimensional table, right? You have a dimensional table, fact table.
The
Let me
association, yeah.
Exactly. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Very simple thing. I'm going to take my, let's say, salesperson key and join with the employee key.
Got it.
Okay. So I say, assume referential integrity, say confirm. Okay. This is done.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is my city. I'm going to take my city key and city key over here.
Perfect.
That's it. Done.
Assuming.
So let's say my
Relationship is done.
modeling is done.
Modeling is done.
Within few seconds.
Yeah.
I don't have to make any copies of data
Right.
immediately.
Right.
Now what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to create, let's say I'm going to open my new persona. Again, I'll go to the same workspace. Okay, I can create a new workspace up to me,
Correct.
and I can invite other people to my same workspace.
Perfect.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a report of it. Here, I will go to, so I go to data set as well.
Okay.
So when you create a lake house, you get a SQL endpoint and data set automatically built for you.
Got it.
So I'm going to create a lake house, and then I can auto create. I can create from scratch. I'll create from scratch.
Got it.
Imagine I'm not doing any import mode.
Right.
I'm not doing any direct query mode.
Absolutely.
Data is available for me natively.
Yeah.
Let's see that. So what I'm going to do, simple, few visuals. So fact table, and let's say I want profit. So there you go. Within few seconds, you get your visual. And let's say one more visual where I'm going to find what is the profit made by my sales reps. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to click on employee.
Okay.
Here you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
See this. Now I'll just say save it. No, my job doesn't end over here. Sales summary, and I'll say save. Okay. Now this is up to my developer.
Correct.
I will give it to the business user.
Correct.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on export, say embed live data, and I'll just copy this. And
that's the endpoint for the
yes,
report.
This is PowerPoint, right? Okay. Business user doesn't like to go anywhere. He just like PowerPoint. He's his favorite tool.
Yeah.
So I have this Power BI add-in.
Okay.
It just takes few seconds to load up over here.
Okay.
It is just connecting to my MSIT tenant. And I'm going to paste my URL and say insert. So here you get within few seconds, you get your live report, which is sitting in your report workspace, coming over here.
With no copies made right
Without
through
no
the journey.
copy, absolutely no copy. You can see this. And also, if you look at the label,
got it. Yeah.
automatically incorporated, right? So this means that. Now, this demo does not end over here. Now, this is the fun begins now. The icing on the begins now. Okay. Till now, you could have done it with any other. Now, see the difference. Now, as I'm a sales head, I see that this is not so accurate. There has to be some change. There is an employee called Lily Code. I don't think Lily Code did so much of business. I think it is Jack Potter who did it. So I just said a phone call, a Teams message. This is wrong. So what we do is, let's say I switch my hat. I'm now data engineer. So what I'm going to do, again, go back to my notebook. I have my notebook over here. So let me go to my notebook over here, and or I can just go over here. I have a notebook up and running already.
Got it.
Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is I am just going to update it. So remember, this is my.
So you're updating live data.
Live data, and this is Delta Packet format.
Got it.
Right? I just do an update. Let it take for a few seconds. Few seconds, this will be done. The updation has been done. So let's see. How much time does it take to reflect that in your Power BI report?
Perfect.
So let's see that.
Typically, Ravi, when such requests come from business, there'll be multiple hops before engineering can identify which database, which source, go and fix it. And that creates disparity among source itself, right?
It takes long time.
It's done?
It's done. Now let's see. I'm a business user. I say come over here and just say refresh. Now what will happen? See this. This is Lily Code is gone. Jack Potter is up.
This is cool stuff.
But later in the day, the business realizes, no, I think he made a mistake.
It's original data was fine.
Yeah, original data was fine. Now imagine I have done the updation. What will I do? This is a nightmare for existing customers. So I'll tell the engineer that, this is some mistake I made. Now let's do one thing. Now this is Delta Packet format, which comes something called as a history. Also called as time travel.
Time travel,
You can do a time travel on this. So let me do let me add a code over here, which will restore to my previous update. I can go to any versions, by the way, any timestamp. So I'll just restore it, and I'll say my original data was good. I'll say restore it, and let's see how much time does it take to restore again, get back to the same visual.
So this is
again done, and I'll go my report over here, and I'll say refresh. And that's it.
Wonderful.
I'm back.
Wonderful. So you actually touched the heart of the system, which is the source, which never traveled to multiple systems as copies. It is original copy, original source.
One copy.
One lake.
One lake.
Brilliant.
One copy.
This is fantastic, man.
Thank you.
Is fabulous. And I think last time we spoke about the fact that it is one product, one architecture, one experience, and you truly demonstrated that, Ravi. Thank you so much for that. And for all viewers, I think what is saw is the reality of how Microsoft Fabric brings one architecture, one product, and one experience all together. With that, Ravikant, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
And for all viewers, thanks for joining us today. Keep watching TGIF. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye. This is great, man. Wonderful.